Uh, hey guys, this is the first time I'll be showing my face. It is Facecam, and today we're going to be reacting to this video. It's about true stories, right? About poor animals that got into places that couldn't get out without people helping them. So, let's watch.
When you see an animal suffering or having some troubles, what are you going to do? The people from my list are likely not to ignore such things. They will do what they can to help poor creatures. So, now be ready to see 10 more cases of people kind-heartedness.
Okay.
The people from Animal Aid Unlimited India got a call about a dog getting hit by a bike. At first, they couldn't find her because she was hiding in a sewage drain. When the rescuers found the dog, she couldn't even take a step. They took her to the hospital, where doctors examined her thoroughly and saw that her hips were injured. She needed good bed rest and some treatment. The poor thing was such a good patient that all the doctors adored her.
That's cute.
She let people do all the necessary things and felt better very soon. They called her Koshish, that means an effort in Hindi. This nice girl recovered completely and was very thankful to her rescuers. Now she is happy to live with people.
Yeah.
A poor puppy fell into the deep pond and was trying to get out without success. The young man took the poor boy out of the water and took him home. Nobody knew how much time the
That's a
little one
teenager,
spent in
not
the
a man.
water, so the man washed him out. The pup was so tired and trustful and let the man do all the necessary
That's a
things.
teenager, not
The
a
man
man.
dried him off with the hairdryer to warm the dog.
Aw.
I hope the nice and cute boy is okay after all that
I
happened
have two
to him.
dogs myself.
Wildlife
Maybe in
aid
a little
rescuers
later
often find
video I'll
birds,
show 'em.
squirrels, foxes, and even deer being victims of carelessly placed netting. All that stuff can be life-threatening for wild creatures.
Buddy.
This little bird was very tangled when the people from Wildlife Aid found
Actually,
it.
these birds are
It was
very
cut
common
from the
in my
main net,
place.
but was still wrapped tightly in strands. It couldn't move its wings or legs. In such a delicate process, the teamwork of doctors and nurses was very essential. Fortunately, there was no serious damage for the bird, and it was really eager to get back to the wild. The doctors tested the bird's flying to check if everything was okay with the wings. The bird was healthy, and the team released the happy thing back into the wild.
Yay!
The Southwest Wildlife Foundation of Utah project does an extremely important job, helping birds of prey to get out of dangerous situations. This time, it was a call about a golden eagle that had some problems with health and couldn't fly away from the ranch. It turned out that the bird was so stuffed with food that it just couldn't go up into the air. It had something like a big ball inside it, so it needed time to digest the food. The rescuer couldn't leave the eagle without any help because it could do a lot of harm to itself, or it could be harmed by people. So he took the bird to a safe place in the shade to give it the chance to spend time without being hurt. Let's hope the creature was all right. The team from Vancouver Aquarium's Marine Mammal Rescue Center spend their time saving marine animals. This time, they had a massive male stellar sea lion tangled in plastic packing. The rescuers saw the poor guy in the water. The animal was lying helplessly on the waves and couldn't even move. It wasn't a really difficult task to release it, but without people's help, it couldn't get free. The seal happily got back to the place where other seals were having a rest.
Yay!
In India, monitors are very typical lizards, and sometimes these creatures get into houses where they can be hurt. Besides, they usually choose dark and hard to get places to hide, so it was a rather difficult task to take it out. In this case, the monitor had hidden behind the big metal barrel, and it was almost impossible to take it out. The rescuers ran the risk to hurt the poor thing, but they managed to avoid it. They checked whether the lizard was in good health condition. The people put the animal in a plastic jar and brought it to the wild. There it was happily released. Electric power lines are another dangerous thing that can cause a lot of trouble for flying creatures. This barn owl got tangled in the lines and was hanging motionlessly in the air. It had no chance to get out without people's help.
In our country, we secure that. We cover our barbed wires and electric wires with rubber so birds or anything else can't get stuck to it.
Some birds of prey were flying nearby, waiting for the unhappy thing to give up. The rescuers managed to get to the bird with a long stick and released it from its trap. First of all, the people checked the owl's wing, which had gotten tangled. Though the bird had some injuries, it didn't suffer greatly. Luckily, it only needed some recovery for several days. Shark nets are very often necessary things, but they can cause great trouble for other marine creatures. This humpback whale calf had gotten tangled in one of them near the Australian coast. Rescuers from the state's fisheries department helped the whale. The boy got the net in the pectoral fin and around its mouth. It took rescuers about 3 hours to free the poor baby. Being free, the whale hurried to reunite with his mom, who was waiting not far from the place.
Yay.
Stray cats run everyday risk of some misfortunes happening, especially when they have babies. The Hope for Paw rescuers got the call about a cat mom with her babies found in a backyard. The owner of the house informed them that some kittens had problems with walking. When the rescuers saw the kittens, she realized that they had cerebellar hypoplasia. This condition is connected with some parts of the brain that not fully formed, and it results in troubles with the coordination. It is caused by some infection of a mother. The kittens were very scared and didn't want to contact with the rescuer. But the woman managed to take them all from the hidden places. She took the mom and her babies to the shelter. Mom was very nervous and reacted aggressively. In the shelter, the kittens were carefully checked, cured, and very soon, they were ready for adoption.
Yay.
An adult female gray-headed flying fox got her thumb stuck between palings and a fence. The poor cutie struggled so fiercely she broke her thumb, leaving the tip hanging off by a thread. The rescuer from Mega Batty Project came to save the little one. It was very scared and didn't want the woman to approach. The flying fox needed some medical help and was very thirsty. It turned out that the girl was pregnant, and the rescuer hoped the trouble that had happened to her wouldn't harm her baby. The flying foxes and bats get stuck in fences very often, and their well-being depends on the care they get. That's all for now. Of course, it won't be the last list. The troubles with animals happen every day, and I always find something interesting and touching cases to tell you. Let me know in the comments what situation you find the most exciting. Hope to see you here again. See you.
Well, that's it for today, guys. We reacted to some poor animals getting stuck to places that couldn't get out without people's help. So, see you next time.